Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare, Hare Ram Ram Hare
Okay,
Hare.
done. Yes, Mataji.
While Krishna and Balrama were talking, Balrama returned after a Brahma returned after a moment's interval, according to the duration of his life. We have information of Lord Brahma's duration of life from the Bhagavad Gita, 1000 times the duration of the four ages, or 43, 43 lakh into 1000 comprise Brahma's 12 hours. Similarly, one moment of Brahma is equal to 1 year of our solar calculation. After one moment of Brahma's calculation, Brahma came back to see the fun caused by his stealing the boys and calves. But he was also afraid that he was playing with fire. Krishna was his master, and he had played mischief for fun by taking away his calves and boys. He was really anxious, so he did not stay away very long. He came back after a moment. He saw that all the boys, calves, and the cows were playing with Krishna in the same way as before he had come upon them, although he was confident that he had taken them and made them lie down asleep under the spell of his mystic power. Brahma began to think, all the boys, calves, and the cows were taken away by me, and I know they are still sleeping. How is it that a similar batch of cows, boys, and calves are playing with Krishna? Is it that they are not influenced by my mystic power? Have they been playing continuously for 1 year with Krishna? Brahma tried to understand who they were and how they were uninfluenced by his mystic power, but he could not ascertain it. In other words, he himself came under the spell of his own mystic power. The influence of his mystic power appeared like snow in darkness or the glowworm in daytime. During the night's darkness, the glowworm can show some glittering power, and the snow piles up on the top of a hill or on the ground can shine during the daytime. But at night, the snow has no silver glitter, nor does the glowworm have been illuminating power during the daytime. Similarly, when the small mystic power exhibited by Brahma was before the mystic power of Krishna, it was just like snow or the glowworm. When a man of small mystic power wants to show potency in the presence of greater mystic power, he diminishes his own influence. He does not increase it. Even a great personality like Brahma, when he wanted to show his mystic power before Krishna, became ludicrous. Brahma was thus confused about his own mystic power. In order to convince Brahma that all those cows, calves, and the boy were not the original ones, the cows, calves, and the boys who were playing with Krishna transformed into Vishnu forms. Actually, the original ones were sleeping under the spell of Brahma's mystic power, but the present one, seen by Brahma, were all immediate expansions of Krishna or Vishnu. Vishnu is the expansion of Krishna. So the Vishnu form appeared before Brahma. All the Vishnu forms were of bluish color and dressed in yellow garments. All of them had four hands decorated with club, disc, lotus flower, and conch shell. On their heads were glittering golden jeweled helmets. They were bedecked with pearls and earrings and garlanded with beautiful flowers. On their chest was the mark of Srivatsa, Their arms were decorated with armlets and other jewelry. Their necks were smooth just like the conch shell. Their legs were decorated with bells, their waist decorated with golden bells, and their fingers decorated with jeweled ring. Brahma also saw that upon the whole body of Lord Vishnu, fresh tulsi buds were thrown, beginning from his lotus feet up to the top of the head. Another significant feature of the Vishnu forms was that all of them were looking transcendently beautiful. Their smiling resembled the moonshine, and their glancing resembled the early rising of the sun. Just by their glancing, they appeared as the creators and maintainers of the modes of ignorance and passion. Vishnu represents the mode of goodness, Brahma represents the mode of passion, and Lord Shiva represents the mode of ignorance. Therefore, as maintainer of everything in the cosmic manifestation, Vishnu is also creator and maintainer of Brahma and Lord Shiva. After this manifestation of Lord Vishnu, Brahma saw that many other Brahmas and Shivas and demigods and even insignificant living entities down to the ants and very small straws, movable and immovable living entities were dancing around surrounding Lord Vishnu. Their dancing was accompanied by various kinds of music, and all of them were worshipping Lord Vishnu. Brahma realized that all of those Vishnu forms were complete, beginning from the anima, perfection of becoming small like an atom, up to becoming infinite like the cosmic manifestation. All the mystic powers of Brahma, Shiva, all the demigods, and the 24 elements of cosmic manifestation were fully represented in the person of Vishnu. By the influence of Lord Vishnu, all subordinate mystic powers were engaged in his worship. He was being worshipped by time, space, cosmic manifestation, reformation, desire, activity, and the three qualities of material nature. Lord Vishnu, Brahma, also realized in the reservoir of all truth, knowledge, and bliss. He is the combination of three transcendental features, namely eternity, knowledge, and bliss, and he is the object of worship by the followers of the Upanishads. Brahma realized that all the different forms of cows, boys, and calves transformed into Vishnu forms were not transformed by a mysticism of the type that a yogi or a demigod can display by specific powers invested in him. The cows, calves, and boys transformed into Vishnu Murtis or Vishnu forms were not displays of Vishnu Maya or Vishnu energy, but were Vishnu himself. The respective qualifications of Vishnu and Vishnu Maya are just like fire and heat. In the heat, there is the qualification of fire, namely warmth, and yet heat is not fire. The manifestation of the Vishnu forms of boys and cows and calves was not like the heat, but rather the fire. They were all actually Vishnu. Factually, the qualification of Vishnu is full truth, full knowledge, and full bliss. Another example can be given with material objects which are reflected in many, many forms. For example, the sun is reflected in many water pots, but the reflection of the sun in many pots are not actually the sun. There is no actual heat and light from the sun in the pot, although it appears as the sun, but the form which Krishna assumed were each and every one full Vishnu. Satya means truth, Gnana means full knowledge, and Ananda means full bliss. Transcendental forms of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in His person are so great that the impersonal followers of the Upanishads cannot reach the platform of knowledge to understand them. Particularly, the transcendental form of the Lord are beyond the reach of the impersonalists who can only understand through the studies of Upanishads that the absolute truth is not matter and that the absolute truth is not materially restricted by limited potency. Lord Brahma understood Krishna and his expansion into Vishnu forms and could understand that due to the expansion of energy of the Supreme Lord, everything movable and immovable within the cosmic manifestation is existing. When Brahma was thus standing baffled in his limited power and conscious of his limited activities within the 11 senses, he could at least realize that he was also a creation of the material energy, just like a puppet. As a puppet has no independent power to dance, but dances according to the direction of the puppet master. So the demigods and the living entities are all subordinate to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. As it is stated in the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the only master is Krishna, and all others are servant. The whole world is under the waves of the material spell, and beings are floating like straws in water. So their struggle for existence is continuing. But as soon as one becomes conscious that he is the eternal servant of Supreme Personality of Godhead, this Maya or illusory struggle for existence is immediately stopped. Lord Brahma, who has full control over the goddess of learning and who is considered to be the best authority in Vedic knowledge, was thus perplexed, being unable to understand the extraordinary power manifested in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. In the mundane world, even a personality like Brahma is unable to understand the potential mystic power of the Supreme Lord. Not only did Brahma fail to understand, but he was perplexed even to see the display which was being manifested by Krishna before him. Krishna took compassion upon Brahma's inability to see even how he was displaying the force of Vishnu in transferring himself into cows and cowherd boys, and thus, while fully manifesting the Vishnu expansion, he suddenly pulled his curtain of Yogmaya over the scene. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is said that the Supreme Personality of Godhead is not visible due to the curtain spread by Yogmaya, that which covers the reality of Mahamaya or the external energy, which does not allow a conditioned soul to understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Beyond the cosmic manifestation, but the energy which partially manifests the Supreme Personality of Godhead and partially does not allow one to see is called Yogmaya. Brahma is not an ordinary conditioned soul. He is far, far superior to all the demigods, and yet he could not comprehend the display of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Therefore, Krishna willingly stopped manifesting any further potency. The conditioned soul not only becomes bewildered, but he is completely unable to understand. The curtain of Yogamaya was drawn so that Brahma would not become more and more perplexed. When Brahma was relieved from his perplexity, he appeared to be awakened from an almost dead state, and he began to open his eyes with great difficulty. Thus he could see the eternal cosmic manifestation with common eyes. He saw all around him the super excellent view of Vrindavan, full with trees, which is the source of life for all living entities. He could appreciate the transcendental land of Vrindavan, where all the living entities are transcendental to ordinary nature. In the forest of Vrindavan, even ferocious animals like tigers and Others like peacefully along with the deer and human being. He could understand that because of the presence of the Supreme Personality of Godhead in Vrindavan, that place is transcendental to all other places, and that there is no lust and greed there. Brahma thus found Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, playing the part of a small cowherd boy. He saw that little boy with the lump of food in his left hand, searching out his friends, cows and calves, just as he was actually doing 1 year before, after their disappearance. Immediately, Brahma descended from his great swan carrier and fell down before the Lord just like a golden stick. The word used among the Vaishnavas for offering respect is dandavat. This word means falling down like a stick. One should offer respect to the superior Vaishnava by falling down straight with his body just like a stick. So Brahma fell down before the Lord just like a stick to offer respect. And because the complexion of Brahma is golden, he appeared to be like a golden stick lying down before Lord Krishna. All the four helmets on the heads of Brahma touched the lotus feet of Krishna. Brahma, being very joyful, began to shed tears, and he washed the lotus feet of Krishna with his tears. Repeatedly he fell and rose as he recalled the wonderful activities of the Lord. After repeating obeisances for a long time, Brahma stood up and smeared his hands over his eyes. Seeing the Lord before him, he trembling began to offer prayers with great respect, humility, and attention. Thus
Really,
ends the Bhakti Vedanta purport of the 13th chapter of Krishna, the stealing of the boys and calves by Brahma. Hari Krishna.
thank you, Mataji. So in this Krishna Lila, if you see deeply, everybody came. Three people come. The three people, one person, you see that we one person come was Indra. Indra came and the Govardhan Lila, and he offered prayers. Then is Brahma Vimohan Lila, and even Shiva it happens. There is a devotee of Lord Shiva called Banasura, and there is some pastime. And there he has a fight with Lord Krishna, and when Krishna comes to fight, Lord Shiva comes to protect Banasura, and his all weapons are destroyed. Then finally, like Brahma, he also offers beautiful prayers. So, people, this all arrangement of the Lord to show actually who is the boss, who is the supreme personality of God. That comes in Krishna book, Bhagavatam itself. The Brahma, Shiva is not feeling humiliated, it's very happy to offer prayers to his Lord. Not that I am superior, no, that's not. Just because he was this devotee, great devotee like Ravana, he was a big devotee of Lord Shiva. He had given a promise, I'll fight for you, for your difficulty. But here, Lord, he picked a fight for Lord Krishna. And Krishna put him in trouble, Lord Shiva, and then he started almost killing his devotee. Then Lord Shiva came and offered great, beautiful praise to Krishna. So this is the arrangement with the Lord so that we can understand the position. You see, Brahma, many people say Brahma, Vishnu, Mahesh are equally powerful. Look at him. Brahma stood up, smeared his hand with eyes, seeing the Lord before trembled, offer prayers with great respect, humility, and attention. Therefore, if you read Krishna book, your focus comes on Krishna. Correct? You see, when Brahma itself, I am praying, he is praying to Krishna. Why do I have not do that? I directly pray to Krishna. Just like you go to your file signed from Brahma and he's taking signature of Krishna and Krishna's door is open. Why don't we go directly? Why have to go indirectly? Avidhi. Why don't I go in a vidhi directly? So the here it started. So Balram inquired from Krishna the real situation. How was it that previously, Krishna, people loved their children less than you? They used to love you more than their own children. Cows used to love you more than their own calves. When you to return in the evening, all the mother, their eyes were on you, not on their children. But now something strange. They're loving the children equally as much as they love you. Something is happening. It's natural. Krishna is the soul of the soul. For the soul, there is no happiness in directly serving Krishna. And for 1 year, residents of Vrindavan indirectly got an opportunity to serve Krishna himself because he is the one going in their house. His expansions are going in the house of everybody. And their children and the cows are lying in Brahma had stolen. Can you imagine the potency of the Lord? It's inconceivable for us. So anyway, so Krishna explained to Balaram what's going on. Brahma came back in a situation, that situation. He came from a fraction of his second. My calculation, Brahma's 1 second is over 1 lakh years. So 1 lakh of the second, one small movement, Brahma, his movement, he came back, it was 1 lakh years, 1 year on earth. And anyway, that was calculation. So he came. And he was very worried because he's playing mischief with the Lord. So he came for an. He said, everybody's there. Oh, he was a shock of his life. Oh my God, everybody's there. And he ran to the cave. They're all hiding. He had put them into some kind of meditation, some kind of a murchit. They were all lying, sleeping. And he ran here. They are here also. So he got totally confused. What's happening? I know they are still sleeping. I just saw them and they are here. How is it that the exact similar bunch is here? What happened? Brahma is totally getting confused. And Prabhupada gives 2 examples the Bhagavatam gives. Night time, the glowworms become visible, and in the daytime, the snow mountain shines. But the night time, the snow mountain has no value, and the daytime glowworm has no value. Similarly, Brahma's power in front of Krishna became feeling insignificant. In front of Yogeshwara, is trying to show a bit of his powers and feeling special. Brahma also came to know. So people know God is great, but they don't know how great he is. Brahma also came to his senses. Then Krishna wanted to solve this dilemma of Brahma. Brahma was running here in the cave. They are there. Here also. There. What is happening? So Krishna, all those forms of birds and cows all became Vishnu. There is a beautiful painting actually that does that. I think some of you can say. Brahma, what I type? Brahma, Krishna. Let me see the painting. Here it is. Here it is. Oh no. No. Can you all see this? This is Krishna and Brahma, all different Brahmas all around. This is not a high resolution in a hurry, but you can get. So what did Krishna do now? All the coward boys, everybody became Vishnu. And Brahma is in for a shock now. What's happening? Because he meets Vishnu regularly. Of a Krishna form comes once in a day, and every day he gets confused because he comes two-handed. And number 2 is that he's mixed among people so clearly, so difficult to identify. And Brahma, Narayana he knows. Oh my God, my Narayana. And all the cows, the boys became Narayana. He is Brahma and all. And Narayana, not only that, he's seeing the more Brahmas are coming and worshipping them. What? It's totally Brahma was messed up. So that's what is happening. And that's a whole discussion there. Bluish color. Vishnu also has a bluish color. Dressed in yellow gown, all at forehead, they go to the club, this lotus flower conch shell, glittering golden helmets, pearls, earring, beautifully garlanded, all Vishnu form, chest a mark of Sivasa, and armlets, all jewelry, necks were smooth like conch shell, very beautiful, and the waist and the golden belt, fingers they got jewel ring, Brahma also upon the whole body of Vishnu, fresh tulsi buds were thrown, and big lotus up to the top of the head, insignificant Vishnu, all of them were looking very beautiful. The smiling resembled moonshine, the glancing is the early rising sun. So the glance, they appear to create a maintenance of ignorance. Vishnu God of mystery. After his manifestation, Lord Vishnu, Brahma, so many other Brahma, other Shivas, then not even insignificant. Ants and a very small trauma or dancing surrounding Lord Vishnu. He saw many other Brahmas, Shivas, and other Devatas are all dancing around the Vishnu forms. He saw. Then he was in great trouble, great difficulty after this. So Brahma was finding this display of the Yoga Aishwaram very much, that Krishna removed that Yoga Maya so that things become little understandable for him. And then Brahma fell at the feet of Krishna and started offering prayers. That's what this narration is. Okay. Repeatedly fell and rose and recalled the wonderful activities of the Lord. He washed lotus feet of the Krishna with his tears. He humbly begged pardon. This is a position. And Brahma is happy to do that. He knows Krishna is his Lord. Not that he's feeling ashamed. No. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Lekana.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Oh, not this. Hare Krishna, Lekana.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
And you tell one shloka today also. Very nice. Thank you. Thank you. Lekana. Okay. So we close for the day. Vancha Ashok, no, we gave you a chance already. Now, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, everybody. Hare
कृपा सिंधवे पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। अनंत कुड़ी वैष्णवन की जय। लीला प्रभुपाद की जय। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य की जय।